Samsung hopes to woo and wow users into its ecosystem as it unveils new products at its Unpacked event today. Joining us now to break it all down is Michael Learmonth. He's the tech editor at International Business Times. Michael, you know, it's interesting to me when Apple has an event, it's an event. People live blog, the whole world is there. They worry about whether they're going to have enough Wi-Fi in the room for people to transmit their tweets. Samsung, it's a little quieter when they have one of these events.
There's definitely right now an excitement gap, certainly between Apple and Samsung. I mean, these are very important launches for Samsung. I mean, Samsung is just getting hammered on the high end over the past year, by the iPhone 6 Plus. So, today they're unveiling two huge phones that, they're hoping to sort of rekindle excitement for their brand.
So let's talk about those phones, the Galaxy Note 5 and the Galaxy 6 Edge Plus. They're being debuted. Tell me how these products set themselves apart from what we've seen from the iPhone. And it's ironic that we're even asking that question, given that they were the ones who pushed the envelope on larger phones.
I mean, this is the problem. The phone in your pocket is already very, very good. A bigger screen just isn't going to do it. You've got two phones today, the Note 5, which will have a stylus, and the Galaxy S6 Plus, which won't, which have sort of a curved screen. I think the whole smartphone market is dealing with this, by the way, that there is just, it's harder and harder to find a killer feature that kind of separates from the pack and then makes people, desire to upgrade.
It's interesting that they actually moved up this debut up to Note 5 phablet. It originally was supposed to debut a month from now. Why did they move it up?
This is so interesting. I mean, the next iPhone is expected to come September 9th, and the last thing Samsung wanted to do was to go into the iPhone vortex, and try to launch a phone in that environment. So they decided we'd rather do mid-August than actually compete with the iPhone. And I think that tells you something. It's probably a smart move.
One of the interesting things is they also want to try to push their ecosystem. Obviously, people have talked about Apple Pay. There's been some traction on that. They're putting money now into Samsung Pay. Does this actually put Samsung, given that they're on the Android platform, in conflict with Google and Google Wallet?
Sure. Samsung's actually pretty late to this game. Apple Pay has been in market since December, about a half year. Android Pay is out. Samsung's still testing Samsung Pay, so haven't seen it yet. It's supposed to come later this year. I think the question with this is A, security. Will Samsung convince that you can replace your wallet with your phone and it will be secure? Also, it's very easy to pull a debit card or a credit card out of your pocket and use it to pay for things. So it really has to be a lot easier than what you can already do.
Can they market the Android platform as being secure? I mean, one of the things about the Apple platform being a little more closed, it gives you this sense of security, particularly the fact that when you do use your phone, you're not actually giving your number. It's really just a code. Is this going to be similar, do you think, on the Samsung Pay?
Yeah, so they'll have, thumbprint authentication, but I do think that's an issue. I mean, I think Apple has a very big trust reputation in the marketplace. It's not, the Apple ecosystem is vulnerable to hackers. It's more closed. There's a feeling that Apple kind of takes care of you. Samsung, I think that's a challenge for Samsung. I mean, I think this very much is about, do I trust this brand and, enough to sort of take care of my personal information.
All right. Well, Michael, thanks so much for joining us. We'll be watching to see just whether Samsung can regain its mojo with this event. Thank you for watching. I'm Bertha Coombs. Have a great day.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Downey from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.